Hi guys, I got a question from a woman named Atia. Here's what she has to say. Hey Melissa, I gave birth to 2 babies in the last 22 months. My little one is 1 month and the other one is a toddler. I'm a working mom and I have 11 months more of maternity leave. My older one's daycare will stop on Friday. She is a very hyperactive baby that just can't sit still. She's a picky eater and she's a sleepless baby. I feel like I feed her only 5 things and I feel really guilty about it. Questions. Number 1, how would I raise them for the next 11 months so that they are mentally healthy and know I love them more than life? Number 2, how do I get them to eat? And number 3, what and how can I teach my toddler for the next year? Whoa! Okay, that's a lot, but I'm going to try to address those questions one by one. And by the way, hats off to you because you have a lot on your hands. Number 1, food. Your baby is 22 months old, okay? The rule is introduce, introduce, introduce. She only wants 5 foods, fine, but guess what? You're going to slip this in front of her and slip this in front of her. You have to keep trying. Even if she has a fit, even if she has a screaming, meltdown. And there are babies who are picky eaters, but the rule of the game is keep presenting those healthy foods to her and encouraging her to eat. I'm not sure what the 5 foods are that she eats, but you want to make sure that she's starting to develop an appetite for a range of healthy foods. Now, I have a really picky eater. At this age, he would cry and cry, and it was actually tricky to get him to eat. And I would say that in our house, he's now 14. We don't do the restaurant thing. We don't do, oh, okay, you get this and you get that and you get that. And we actually go out to eat very rarely. I'm saying a couple times a year because, our priority is to try to travel and do other things, which means I can't go out and spend, all this money on dinner all the time with 7 people. So we eat at home a lot. But what I've just kept doing is, putting the same food in front of him and insisting that he finish. So what we do is we do sort of meat or chicken, rice. We do a lot of beans, navy beans, red beans, split peas, yellow split peas. It's kind of like a soup or a mash, and we serve that with dinner. Vegetables, and I hope that your child is eating some of those. And we always have fruit and milk at the end of a meal, and then we often have dessert too because my kids are all pretty skinny, so I don't really mind giving them some dessert. But anyway, the point being this. I think he would have continued to be just as fussy, and he is still a very picky eater, but I just tried not to give up and just to keep presenting those foods to him, again and again and again. And this is what, I think you should do. And this is definitely something that you should go over with your pediatrician and figure out a plan. Maybe every day you just introduce one new food. Something that's age appropriate, easy for your baby to eat on their own. And when you have the choice, you try to do the healthier things. So rather than the white bread, give the whole grain bread. Rather than canned fruit, give fresh fruit. For vegetables, try to find one she likes. Maybe it's carrots that she can dip in peanut butter. I don't know if you're allowed to give peanut butter at that age, but you got to figure out a plan and keep trying to bring diversity into the situation, color into the situation, nutrients into the situation, and don't worry about it too much. A lot of children are picky eaters and they get through it. Second question, how do I raise them for the next 11 months so that they're healthy and know that you love them more than life? Well, lots of time with them, which you're planning on doing, which is incredible. Hugging them, kissing them, tons of physical affection, and talking to them all the time. As you're taking care of the baby, keep the toddler with you. Make her part of the process and keep explaining what you're doing and using words. This is the best thing for your baby's intelligence. And to the extent possible, try to have her help out, hand you something, pat the baby, gently rub the baby, smile at the baby, anything that your toddler can do. Make your toddler part of the experience and keep those words, that language coming from you. Try to read as much as possible. You can have the baby here, the toddler there, and read a book. And if you're really struggling with it, say every day, put 3 books on the kitchen table and say, you know what, by the end of the day, I'm going to make sure I read these books. So much better than putting your toddler in front of the television set, which is passive and they're not going to learn as much. So in terms of mentally healthy, if they're with this rockin' mama all day and she's taking care of the baby and she's talking to her kids all the time, and you're trying to take them out for walks and little special things, spending time with them, hugging and kissing them, trying to give them healthy food, I think there's nothing much more you can do. I think that's just totally awesome. The 2-year-old toddler, also try to get some sort of fun and easy activities for them to do. Finger painting, scribbling with a pencil, basic blocks, manipulatives, Mr. Potato Head, whatever. Just make sure they're using their hands. Engaging in creative play is great. Maybe try to get some costumes in the house, dress them up, let them run around, put music on and dance. Just simple things like that. And try to get out every day, get the fresh air, get to the park, and enjoy your babies. Thank you so much for your incredible question. You sound like an amazing mom. I'm really so honored to be, answering your question. I really appreciate it. And best of luck with the rest of your maternity leave.